Right. Requirements, understanding. Okay. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay. Next exam, take with the heading is test plan. Have a heading is test plan. Take with the next heading is test plan. Right? Okay. So requirement is need to be get implementing with STLC. What is the meaning of STLC? Software testing life cycle. As part of STLC, we need to be get taking care about in implementing with requirements understanding and then taking with test plan and then test scenarios and then test cases, test execution, bug reporting, and the last activity taking care about test closure. In that, the very first thing we have been doing with this particular one, that's requirements understanding. Before going to that, we have to take care about in creating with the folders here. Once we got created that particular respective folders, based on that particular folder structure, we need to be get maintain all that particular required data here. Now, in that, the one we have been taking care about requirements understanding. As part of requirements understanding, we need to be get taking care about in referring with different type of requirement documents. What are all the documents need to refer? It's totally depends on that particular project requirement, or it will depends on that particular client requirement. Based on that particular client requirement or based on that particular project requirement, we need to be get referring with all available documents here. In that, the one we got BRS document, meaning of BRS, business requirement specification. So the meaning of BRS, we need to be get mentioning the business requirement specification. That is one document. What is another document? Need to be get considering the SRS. Meaning of SRS? Software requirement specification. What is the use of the document? What is the use of the document? To understand what need to be tested. Based on that particular requirement document or by referring with the SRS document, we can understand that what are the functionality need to be tested. In a similar way, we got FRS. Meaning of FRS? Functional requirement specification. The meaning of FRS, we need to be get mentioning the functional requirement specification. What is the use of FRS document? To understand particular functionality to be tested. We need to be get understand what kind of functionality to be tested. To understand that, we need to be get taking care about in working with FRS document. So the one we got BRS document, SRS document, FRS document. Not like restricted to only these 3 documents here. Based on that particular project, whatever the documents are there, we need to be taking care about all that particular required documents here. And after that, in case of these documents are not available, in case of these documents are not available, which we will be taking with mockups here. Meaning of the mockups, which we will be considering the screenshots. In case of projects, there is a chance of requirement documents will be available and then taking with mockups will be available. So both the things will be available here. That's totally depends on that project. Based on that particular respective project, there is a chance of requirement documents will be there, mockups will be available. In some more project, there is a chance of any one particular document is available. In some time, there is a chance of any of these 2 things also not available. Requirement documents are not available and mockups also not available. What need to refer? What is it? Sample application. The meaning of sample application? Similar kind of application. So the one we will be considering the sample application, or we can mention the similar kind of application here. At any cost, conclusion is, as a tester, we need to be understand that. As a tester, we need to be understand that in taking care about referring with all the project related documents and need to be understand that what are the functionalities need to be tested. Okay. And then once we got done with the requirements, we need to be start. Once we done with the requirements, we need to be start taking care about, which we need to be start taking care about in writing with the test scenarios. But rather than writing with the test scenarios, we need to be taking care about having with the test plan according to real-time standards. According to this particular real-time standards, always test plan has been taken care by. The test plan has been taken care by test lead. According to the real-time standards, as a fresher level or as experience level of 3 to 4 years of experience, you never get involved in any of the test plan here. Always the test lead has been taking care about in preparing this particular respective test plan here. Now, test lead has been taking care about in preparing the test plan. Once that particular test plan has been prepared, so once that particular test plan has been prepared, need to be taking care about having with referring with that particular respective test plan here. As a tester, you are not preparing with the test plan. If required, you will be taking care about in referring with the test plan. You don't have any possibility in preparing with the test plan. Okay. First understanding. Who will prepare the test plan? Who will prepare the test plan? Test lead. The test lead has been taking care about in preparing with test plan here. Okay. So now this particular test lead to prepare this particular plan, this particular test lead to prepare this particular test plan need to be taking care about. We need to be taking care about entry criteria and then considering the exit criteria. Test lead only need to be prepared. To prepare that particular test plan, the test lead has to be taking care about in referring with or taking care about entry criteria and then mentioning the exit criteria. We need to get understand that what exactly mean by this entry criteria and what exactly mean by this particular exit criteria. Let's understand in a very detailed of what is mean by these particular things here. So now guys take with the main heading. Take with the main heading is test plan. You guys has been take with the main heading. Take with the main heading is test plan. After that, once you done with the heading is test plan, make a note of this description, and after that entry criteria, exit criteria. Make a note of all these things here. Having a main heading is test plan, the description, entry criteria, exit criteria. Make a note of up to highlighted one. Online students also make a note of up to highlighted one. All the online students also make a note of up to that highlighted one. Okay. Make a note of up to that highlighted one. Done? Online students, is it done? Okay, right. Let's understand in a very detail what exactly mean by this and what we need to be implemented on it. So the very first understanding as a tester or as a test engineer, we have to take care about in understanding the requirement. Once we got understand the requirement, based on that particular requirement details or based on that particular requirement, we need to be coming up with in documenting with other scenarios. As a test engineer, once we got referred with the requirement document, we need to be coming up with in preparing with the test scenarios. In between, we got an option. In between, we got an option of the test plan. We never prepare with the test plan and never involve in preparing the test plan. Always, test plan need to be prepared by test lead. The test lead has to be taking care about in preparing with the test plan here. What test lead is doing is he has to prepare. Okay. While preparing this particular test plan also, the test lead has been taking care about. The test lead has been taking care about in having with entry criteria and then mentioning the exit criteria. In that, the meaning of entry criteria and the meaning of exit criteria. As simple as take the very best understanding, the very simple understanding. Let's take your exams. You're done with BTech, degree, whatever it can be. Done or not? Done or not, guys? No backlogs, right? Yes or no? Okay, very perfect. As you guys has been done with BTech or degree, whatever it can be, you have been done with preparation of your exams. When you're having your final exams or whatever it can be, you guys will be doing the very serious preparation. How that preparation will be done? No. That one day batting also will prepare, right? Or will not prepare? What exactly that preparation you will be doing? What is it? Only reading, okay. No, I mean what exactly the first activity will do? Timetable you will prepare, very perfect. Syllabus, okay. Important topics, okay. Online students, how your preparation will be done for exams? Previous question papers, okay. Okay, let's see that. As simple as the very first thing you have to understand that what are the subjects are there, first thing. The very first thing is, first will be gathering with the information of what exactly the subjects you have to prepare, right? Once you got that information, Then the second activity in general will be doing is, first will try to collect the information of what are the textbooks need to refer related to that particular textbook. In your word, like related to the subject, is there any all-in-one guide is there, or proper textbook is there, or any of the person has been written the proper notes. That particular one, first will try to collect that information. First you are looking into that, what are the subjects related to that particular subject. You are doing the first activity of collecting with all the required information. As simple as, first will try to collect what are the textbooks need to refer, or your favorite, what kind of all-in-one guide you have to refer. First you will try to collect all that information. Then you will start doing your preparation. The whole night you will be reading it very seriously. Lot of hard work you will do. And after that, next day you will be going for exam. And then you will be writing the exam. Once you write with the exam, you will be getting the result. What is the result you will get? What is the result you will get? The result you will be getting, one option is pass. In case of pass, what you will do? No. In case of pass, what you will do? Celebrate the party here. Okay. Other result. What is another result? Fail. In case of fail, what you will do? Celebrate the party here. Party is? You guys are having lot of experience, guys. So considering that, in case of pass, we will go for party. In case of fail also, I'll go for party. Party is not common, mandatory here. Okay, very perfect. Very serious, intelligent guys you are. Okay. Now, see the understanding here. First, you're doing the preparation. For doing with the preparation, you are trying to collecting the information of what kind of the textbooks need to refer. That is because of BTech, you done with the activity of collecting the information of the textbook here. The same thing will be applied in your IT job also. The meaning of entry criteria. The meaning of entry criteria is as simple as what kind of the textbooks need to refer. As we're already done, like gathering the information of the textbooks. What you done that activity, that you have been considering as a entry criteria. But because of the IT job, rather than using the terminology of textbook, it will be using the terminology of documents here. So conclusion is, the meaning of entry criteria or the understanding of entry criteria is documents to be referred. Documents to be referred to perform that activity. As simple as you written this heading out entry criteria. There only within a brackets mention. Here only within a brackets you can mention that documents to be referred. Documents to be referred. Okay. Documents to be referred to perform. Documents to be referred to perform respective activity. Documents to be referred to perform respective activity. You have to perform one activity. To perform one activity, what are the documents need to refer? That is what you are considering the entry criteria. In a similar way, exit criteria within a brackets. Exit criteria within a brackets. Mention that result or output. Result or output.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay, right. Again say that. So see the understanding. So the very first thing, we got this entry criteria. So what is the meaning of entry criteria? Reference documents. Meaning of exit criteria? Result or output. So as part of the test lead, to get prepared with the test plan, what are the documents need to get referred? See the first document. What is the first document? What is the first document? Approved PMP. Meaning of PMP? What is that? Project Management Plan. Who will prepare the PMP document? Who will prepare? Project Manager. So the project manager will take care about in preparing with the PMP document. Once manager has been prepared that particular document, so that particular document has been referred by the test lead. So as part of the test lead, it was taking care about in referring with PMP document. Okay. What is the next one? What is it? SRS. Meaning of SRS? Software Requirement Specification. Another name we got. What is another name? System Requirement Specification. One is Software Requirement Specifications. That is one name. Another name is System Requirement Specifications. We can call as a software or we can call as a system. So one we can considering that software and one we can considering the system. So that is what we got SRS document. It is mentioned SRS but not like restricted to. You can take with the SRS document only. As part of that particular project requirement, whatever the documents are there, need to be get referred that particular documents here. What are all that particular documents are there, we need to be get taking care about in referring with these particular documents here. So the one it will be considering the PMP and the one it will be considering the SRS. As simple as when you guys are preparing your exam, you are referring the different textbook. That is because of BTech exam. Now assume that you are working in the IT. Because of this IT and referring with the textbook, you need to be get refer different documents here. In that, the one document you will be referring with PMP document here. And after that, it will be taking with SRS document. Okay. What is the next one here? Test plan guidelines. That particular test plan guidelines, you can consider the rules and regulations. The meaning of guidelines is as simple as rules and regulations. If you take example of your BTech exam, the whole day you are preparing. Next day you will be going to the exam. When you are entering into the exam hall, will you get some rules and regulations? You'll get or not? So at the time of you are entering into the exam hall, you will be having some rules and regulations need to be followed to write that exam. In a similar way, the test lead also to prepare that particular test plan, he need to be followed some rules and regulations based on that particular test plan or based on that particular project. Based on that project or based on that particular client, he need to be get followed some rules and regulations here. So that is what we got saying that test plan guidelines here. And after that test plan template. What is the last one? Test plan template. The meaning of the template. For now, you can understand in a very simple way considering the format. The meaning of the template is format here. As simple as, let's take your BTech exam. Your exam testing both are same here. Okay. So if you look into your exam, you're done with preparation. You are entering into the exam hall. You got rules and regulations. You done into the exam. I mean, you are available in the exam hall. Once you available in the exam hall, what you will get? Once you available in the exam hall, what you will get? Answer paper. Answer sheet, not like exactly answer sheet. That booklet you will get. You will get or not? Yes or no, guys? How many papers will be there? I mean, how many pages? How come, guys? Someone 20, 25, 35, 38, 32, 34, 24. Lot of exams you written. We are not testing that. Whatever it can be. You will have papers or not? Okay, more enough then. So when you are taking that particular booklet, all the students will have one proper format here. Everyone will be writing the exam. But to write that particular exam, each and every particular student need to be get followed that particular respective format. I mean, according to that university and according to that particular exam, they are clearly mentioning that this is the format need to be followed while writing with the answers here. The same thing has been followed in testing also. What test lead has to be doing is, according to that particular client, according to that particular project, the test lead need to see that or need to cross check that is there any specific format need to be followed. According to that particular format, need to be get taken care about. According to that particular format, need to be get taken care about documenting with that particular test plan. So all these things taking care by the test lead. Taking care means he was not preparing. He was referring, having all these information. Then he need to start preparing with the actual test plan. As simple as when you guys are preparing with the exam, how you are preparing it, the same thing will happen. The test lead also, he need to refer first document. What is the first document? Approved PMP. Meaning of PMP? Project Management Plan. After that, taking with SRS here. And after that, test plan guidelines. Meaning of the guidelines? Rules and regulations. What is the last one? Test plan template. Meaning of the template? Format here. So test lead has to take care about all these particular things, and then he need to start documenting with or preparing with the test plan. So he will take some time to complete with the whole test plan. Test plan will be prepared. Once the whole test plan has been prepared, taking with the next activity, considering the exit criteria. Meaning of exit criteria? Result or output. As simple as you guys has been written the exam. Once you write with the exam, as part of that exam is completed, you guys need to get the result here. So that particular correction, is that you guys are correcting the exam paper? No, you are writing the exam. But is that you are correcting the exam? No here. In a similar way, test lead has been preparing the test plan. Test lead has been preparing with the test plan. Once the whole test plan has been prepared, it's need to be get reviewed. It's need to be get reviewed and it's need to be get approved here. So once the test plan has been prepared, that particular test plan need to be get reviewed by this manager. Test lead preparing the plan, manager doing the review of the plan and then doing with approved of the plan. So for the test plan, exit criteria. For the test plan, exit criteria, mentioning that it's need to be get reviewed and it's need to be get approved here. So that is what it will be mentioning about test plan should be reviewed and approved. So while attending with the interviews, definitely it will be having with the chance of in getting asking the question saying about explain entry criteria and exit criteria for test plan. Explain entry criteria and exit criteria for test plan here. So then you have to comfortable to explain all these things. So conclusion is meaning of entry criteria. What is the meaning of entry criteria? Reference documents as part of the test plan. What is the first document need to refer? Approved PMP. Meaning of the PMP? Project Management Plan. What is the next document? Approved SRS. Meaning of SRS? Software Requirement Specification or System Requirement Specification. What is another one? Test Plan Guidelines. Meaning of the guidelines? Rules and Regulations. What is the last one? Test Plan Template. Meaning of the template? Format. This you are consider entry criteria. What is the exit criteria for test plan? No. Exit criteria for test plan. Reviewed and approved. Who has to review? Who has to review the test plan? Manager. Who has to approve the test plan? Project manager. You can consider project manager or manager need to be take with the review and need to be get approved on it. Okay, that is done. Now, by having all these particular things, the test lead need to be get coming up with preparing the plan. While preparing with the plan, need to be get taking care about these particular points. So let's understand about in a very detail what are the points need to be get provided. Just you guys can have the heading is contents in test plan or contents of test plan. Make a note of up to this particular sixth point. Online students also have a heading is contents of test plan or contents in test plan and make a note of these particular details. Make a note of the points up to sixth point. Online students also make a note of up to sixth point. Make a note of up to sixth point. That particular one, 6.2. Make a note of up to 6.2. So you guys need to get comfortable, explain about these points in the interview. When they are not preparing the test plan, but need to be comfortable in explaining about these points here. Previously, I given some assignments. Remembered or forgot? Remembered or forgot? What you remembered? Got the printouts? Everyone? Very perfect. Let's see that. Done with folder creation? Okay. Refer the requirement document? No. Need to refer. Make a note of up to 6.2. Try to complete with the assignments on day-to-day basis. It will make it more easy. Testing is not at all difficult. When you compare with any other things, testing concepts are more easy, more interesting, and more sleeping also. Okay. Testing easy or difficult? Still not yet decided, sir. Testing is easy, guys. Testing subject always easy. Done? Okay, right. Let's understand on it. Okay. Now, see the steps here. The very first thing, we got in a test plan. So who is preparing the test plan? Who is preparing the test plan? Test lead. Who will do the review of the test plan? Review done by manager. Approve done by manager. Okay. Now this particular test lead, whenever he was preparing with the plan, he need to be coming up with. While preparing with the plan, he need to be coming up with in taking care about providing each and every information. As simple as the very first thing need to be provide the very first point. What is the first point? What is it? Introduction. Under that, it got an option. What is this 1.1? Test plan objective. As simple as what this test lead need to be do is, he will start preparing the plan. Whenever he was preparing with the plan, he need to be coming up with first providing some introduction related to that particular plan. What exactly that test plan is, for which project it has been preparing it, that particular introduction need to be provided. Along with that, why exactly that particular test plan has been preparing. What is the reason of that test plan has been preparing? That is what need to be provided as an objective. As simple as you are not worried about in preparing it, test lead will be taking care about all these things. But you have to aware of that, what are the information has been provided in this particular test plan here. So the one you are considering that introduction, what exactly that particular test plan is related to, and as part of objective, why the test plan has been preparing. Okay. At the same time, second point. What is the second point? What is it? Scope of the document. In a very simple way, you can consider that what exactly purpose of that particular document. The one will be mentioning the scope of the document. The meaning is what exactly the purpose of that particular test plan document. What exactly the purpose of that particular test plan document, it's need to be get provided. So the one considering the introduction and then taking with scope of the document. What is the next one? What is it? Test strategy. Most of the time in interviews, you will get in a question. In a very simple way, they will be asking in a question saying that difference between test plan and test strategy. The question is very simple, saying that difference between test plan and test strategy. What is the question? Difference between test plan and test strategy. So let's consider test strategy. What is the general meaning of strategy? The general meaning of strategy. Apart from that, sometimes the people will say that when you guys are preparing an exam, they will say that follow this strategy to pass in the exam. So what is the meaning of that strategy? Process, or we can consider that procedure, right? Sometimes you guys will be having some best friends will be there suggesting that to have micro xerox to get passed in the exam here. Lot of best friends will be there here. So I